Hi friends, my name is George Grant. I teach online vocal toning, frame drumming, drum talk, vocables that we use to learn to play drums, sound healing and music meditation skills, and also movement that relates to all of these vocal and drumming arts. My website is vocaltoning.net. You'll see at my store I also have written several books about these music arts, and they're really healing arts because that's why we do them. Most people that work with me are not aiming to be professional on stage. They just want to do this for the joy, the meditation, and the health and the wellness of it all. Now, I'm really excited to have this book done after years of work and about 4 drafts. Zen in the Art of Vocal Toning with 48 play-along tracks. Now, the purpose of this video today is for me to try to keep it real simple and get to just the essentials. There's 4 things I want to talk about. And these are the components of this program. And if you understand how to use these 4 components, you can make sense of this resource, which includes a written book and 48 audio tracks. So these 4 components: skill builder tracks, demonstration tracks, freedom tracks, and the reading itself. So aside from the written manual, there are 3 different kinds of tracks: demonstration, skill builders, freedom. If you understand what these are, you can use them in any order, any way you like. So let's talk about this. When you get these vocal tracks and these recordings, you want to get them onto your system and make a backup copy. And then get them onto your iPod, your phone. Think of them as an album of any other kind of music. That way you have access to these. Track 1, go to track 17. Go back to track 7. That's how you want to be able to access them really quickly in the way that you typically listen to music. Demonstration tracks are live recordings of people actually doing vocal toning. You can listen to these and enjoy them. Close your eyes, sit in a chair, put your feet up. But vocal toning is the spontaneous use of your voice by yourself or with others. These play-along tracks really aren't the same thing as vocal toning, but they are a way for you to loosen up and learn a few things, open up your voice before you turn off all the tracks and then do your own vocal toning. Okay? Demonstration tracks is the actual real live thing. And you'll notice these people aren't necessarily professionals. It's not going to sound like professional entertainment because it's not. Okay, now let's talk about the skill builder tracks. You'll learn to get to know this table of contents and you'll see there are study sections. Each of these study sections contains, half a dozen of these play-along tracks. You'll listen to something and respond to it. Back and forth. I'll do something, you do it after me. Some of them you repeat what I do, some of them you do your own thing. Every time you listen to them, you might respond completely differently. These skill builders are to loosen you up, open your voice, warm up your voice, learn how fun it is, breathe, and get to know your voice. And then you'll be learning concepts that you can apply when you let go and do vocal toning completely freely. Okay? So skill builders are listening games and icebreakers. Next, we've got freedom tracks. These freedom tracks are something for you to listen to while you have your turn at complete freedom. One of them is an instrument from India called a tanpura. It goes, it's just an atmosphere, but it's very meditative. And this gives you permission to just make one sound, two sounds, repeat it, don't repeat it. Do whatever you want and let go and use your voice. Now, you'll learn a study section, next study section, next study section, and learn these skills well enough to kind of get to know what they are, but then you can go back. You can go back and practice them in any order. Think of them as push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, jumping jacks. They can happen in any order. And then you let go and you practice these concepts. All of these skill builders are about listening. And I think that's what I'm trying to offer in this program, is that toning is freedom, yes, but if you're with somebody else, you listen to them and respond and connect to them. If you're by yourself, you listen to yourself. It's a conversation you're having with yourself. So listen to what you're saying along the way. So, skill builders, back and forth, listen, respond. Demonstration tracks. Listen to what examples of real vocal toning without the calisthenic approach. Freedom tracks, a background for you as you explore, and then you can also just turn off all the tracks. You can tone without a freedom track in the background. That's what we want to go for, is that eventually you'll be comfortable to stand on the edge of a meadow and tone, or stand in your bathroom and tone, where there's nice hard walls and a small tile room. It'll be very zoomy and an echo chamber kind of an effect. Enjoy your nice living room. Teach this stuff to friends. Now, the reading is also very important. And as you get through towards the last half of the skill builders, the reading gets a little bit deeper, but it's not that deep. And you'll notice that I'm constantly talking about vocal toning as painting. So we think of it visually. It's just patterns and colors and little dots and big dots and wavy lines and crooked lines. It's just a way of thinking about music that opens your mind up. We don't have to know about sharps or flats or key signatures, but we think of music as patterns that repeat, patterns and variation. It's real musical thinking here. It's not just kid stuff. But I think you'll find it's easy and it's accessible for everybody. I would say there's 3 goals to become oriented to this program. And as the title says, how to use play-along tracks. If you can learn the relationship of focus to freedom. Focus is when you're doing a certain skill over and over and over. Focus, you study and you focus on a single thing at a time. Freedom, you let go and you explore. Now, this isn't that hard, but you got to know when you're in one or when you're in the other. That's what I want you to get out of this. Second goal, learn the terminology, learn the table of contents. If you can learn those titles, they basically describe what the skill builder is. Echo after, repeat motif, pulsing open consonants. These titles describe what they are. If you become familiar with that, you'll be able to get around and pick and choose. Plus, you're learning these nuts and bolts of what you can do with your voice. The third most important goal is to turn off all of the tracks and tone by yourself in total freedom, and then come back and have a little workout from time to time. I use these tracks myself. If I'm sluggish, if I'm in a little slump during my busy day, I might go and start one of the very first skill builder tracks and just have this experience of breathing and smoothing out my voice, which smoothens out my energy and gives me energy. So anyway, if you have any questions about any of this, please contact me at info@vocaltoning.net. info@vocaltoning.net. Please see my website and go to the store. There's descriptions of the instructional materials. You'll see lots of different YouTubes that show these processes of toning, frame drumming, movement, and so forth. The deeper meditation arts, which are used for healing and stress reduction. So thank you very much, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Na 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 na.